Oh, oh, look at that. Look, cuts through with a spoon. That is so soft and tender. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we are making pork adobo, a Filipino classic. It's delicious. It's easy to make. Now we're going to make slightly traditional and how it's evolved by using soy sauce, but we're going to use a coconut vinegar. All we need to do is prep some pork and crack on. Let's show you how to do it. So I've got pork belly here, a little bit of pork belly. Now you can just slice this through if you want and leave the skin on, but I'm going to take the skin off. I don't want the skin. I'm going to take all that off. And then all we're going to do is slice this into decent chunks. Put in a bowl. Now I'm sure there's a lot of people saying, why are you taking all that off there? Leave it on. I agree, some days okay, but not today. So that's our pork prepped. We need to take some garlic. We're going to give the garlic a little bit of a mash in and a quick chop over. Now it doesn't have to be too thin, too minced up. We want some chunks in there. And you can actually put in some chopped onion, sliced onion if you so wish. That's just optional extras that have actually been added over the years. So that's our garlic. What we're going to do, I'm going to fry some garlic first and then take it out and then we're going to add it back in afterwards. Just a little bit of a thing that I do. Okay, so what we're doing, we're going in the pan there with a little bit of oil. Now, I don't want too much. Probably about 3 tablespoons. You get a flame on. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in there with our garlic. Now this is only a quick fry on here and then we're going to take it out. Now what we're going to do, we're going to reintroduce the garlic afterwards. But what we're doing, we're flavouring the oil before we actually put the pork in. It's just my way. So we don't want to burn this. We want to get a little bit of colour on if we can. There we go, we got a little bit of colour on there. That is coming out in a tub. And then what we're doing, we're going in there with our pork. A little pinch of salt. Salt always works well with pork. In with some pepper, freshly ground black pepper. So all we're trying to do here now is we're actually trying to put a bit of a sear and a bit of browning all around that pork. It ain't going to be cooked all the way through, but if we can get a browning all the way around it, then we're going to add some water to boil it in there. So if it's already got a brown sear on, it's going to have that little bit of a colour. So there must be 100 variations of this recipe. Everybody has their own, you know. My variation, a little bit of oyster sauce. Get about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. A little bit of everyday sugar. Just give that a little stir over in there. Coat it all up. And what we need to do is go in with some black peppercorns. And we want to be going in with some water. Just give a little stir around. In with some bay leaves. Now this is only a small portion of pork adobo. You know, you can do an awful lot more. You could put more pork in. If you add more in, obviously you put more water in, but what we're trying to do now is we're trying to cook the pork down in the water to make it tender. What we have to do is put a lid on. So put your lid on, turn it down to a simmer, and let's cook that pork. And then all we got to do is just give it a gentle stir over, make sure it's not sticking on the bottom of the pan. And it's cooking all sides in that water and soy mixture. That is fantastic. Now if you think the water's actually getting down too much before your pork is actually going tender, just put in some more water. And just carry on. Just keep an eye on it while the water's going down. Check for your pork to go tender. And then we're at the next stage where we can start to thicken it up with some vinegar. Okay. That's looking about okay actually. Oh, the fork. The fork goes straight in. That is really nice. Right, what we need to be doing now, we need to be going in there with a little bit of vinegar. Now I've got coconut vinegar here, coconut cider vinegar. So I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons in there. Maybe it's 3 tablespoons. We'll put 3 tablespoons in, and then what you need to do, you don't put the lid on now, you cook it as is. Evaporate it down until it thickens up a little bit. And then we'll chuck our cooked garlic in. So by cooking it with the lid off, you know, all that vinegary stuff is cooking out. So really there's nothing much to this cooking actually. We're just putting the pork in, a little bit of sauce, boil it down till the pork goes tender, chuck in a little bit of vinegar, cook it off till it thickens slightly. It's starting to thicken up now. And then we're going to put our cooked garlic in. And that's it. Pork adobo made. Okay, so remember that garlic that we cooked at the start? Let's have that in there. Give that a little stir through. That's it, flame off. And what we got to do now is serve it up. Oh, there we are. That is Filipino pork adobo made. That is sensational. Oh, oh, look at that. Look, cuts through with a spoon. That is so soft and tender. That is amazing. Oh, wow. That is a pork adobo made. That is sensational. The pork is so tender, it just cuts with a spoon. It's got a little bit of a sour kick to it from the vinegar, but hardly any. It's peppery. It's got that flavour of the soy sauce and the garlic. That is amazing. That is very, very pleasant. That is a delicious pork adobo. Now, if you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends. All that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video.